Chapter 4 of Jigsaw Jones and the Case of the Stolen Baseball Cards. Here we go. We're on page 20, boys and girls. Chapter 4 is called A Bargain. What does it mean to get a bargain? Are you making some predictions? Yeah, bargain means something that you agree to that's a good deal for both of you. After reading the note, Mila slid a finger across her nose. That was our secret signal. In the detective business, you can't be too careful. That's why we use codes and secret signals. I looked around the room. Biggs Maloney, Joey Pignato, Lucy Hiller, even my pal Ralphie Jordan. Anyone might be the Phantom. Out on the playground for afternoon recess, everybody was talking about the robbery. Most kids felt bad for Eddie, but Kim Lewis was mad. She said Eddie was wrong to accuse her. I agreed with Kim. You can't accuse someone until you have proof. Solving a mystery is like doing a jigsaw puzzle. It's not solved until all pieces are in place. I wanted to talk to Eddie Becker alone, but I had to wait for him to finish talking with Biggs Maloney. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but Biggs looked pretty unhappy. I guessed that Biggs didn't like being accused either. Believe me, you don't want to mess with Biggs Maloney. We didn't call him Biggs for nothing. I finally grabbed Eddie and handed him my business card. Actually, it was an index card with Mila's neat handwriting on it. Need a mystery solved? Call Jigsaw Jones or Mila Ye. Private eyes. For $1 a day, we make problems go away. Eddie looked at the card and yawned. He handed it back to me. No thanks, he said. Don't you want your baseball cards found? I asked. Eddie started to look at me for a minute. Then he smiled. Tell you what, he said, if you want to try to solve this case, that's fine with me, but I won't pay you. Sorry, Eddie, I said. It doesn't work that way. Eddie scratched at the ground with his sneakers. I'll make a deal with you, he said. If you solve the mystery, you can have any one of my baseball cards. But if you don't solve it by tomorrow, he said, you have to pay me $1. Tomorrow, I said? That's rough. Well, if you can't do it, any card, I asked? You can take your pick, Eddie answered. It's a deal. We sealed it with a handshake. Let me see the Phantom's note, I said. Eddie handed over the paper. I studied it under my magnifying glass. I slipped the note into my pocket. I'll keep this, I said. It's evidence. Eddie shrugged. He didn't seem to care one way or another. Finally, it was the end of the school day. Everybody had jobs to do in room 201. We all had to clean up our area and sharpen our pencils. Plus, some kids got special jobs. There were homework checkers and closet neateners, board cleaners, and eraser stampers, and chair putter-uppers. Mila was the homework checker. That day, me and Ralphie were chair putter-uppers. Danica Starling was zookeeper. We had 2 hamsters in our class, Romeo and Juliet, and they needed food and fresh water every day. We all agreed zookeeper had the best job in the classroom. When we lined up to leave, Mrs. Gleason said, before you go, boys and girls, I want everybody to empty their backpacks. It's a good time to clean out old papers. Miss Gleason didn't fool me for a minute. I knew that she was still hoping to find Eddie's missing baseball cards. We all dumped out our packs, but there were no cards to be found. I'm sorry, Eddie, Miss Gleason said. They don't seem to be anywhere. I wasn't surprised. The Phantom wasn't going to be caught that easily. So he thinks that this is going to be a harder job than he thought. Why boys and girls, does Jigsaw keep the Phantom's note? I want you to comment below and tell me why you think he keeps the Phantom's note. And then there will be another question for you to answer. All right, see you next time for Chapter 5.